dear learners. Today we are going to learn the new topic, that is the Khoa and Khoa based sweets. Khoa is the one of the major indigenous dairy product, and by using this Khoa, the many indigenous dairy products are being prepared. For example, peda, barfi, gulab jamun, etc. So, in this lecture, we are going to see the method of manufacturing of Khoa, different types of the Khoa, and the packaging materials of Khoa, as the Khoa is having very low keeping quality. Therefore, in this lecture, we are also going to learn about the various packaging materials which are used to enhance the shelf life of Khoa. So, as I told you earlier, the Khoa is the indigenous product, and it occupies a prominent place, and it forms the base for the number of sweet delicacies. The Khoa in some part of India is also called as the Khoya, Mawa, Kawa, or Palkhova. Khoa is a heat desiccated indigenous dairy product, and it is the main base product for the many sweetmeats. And about 7% of the milk produced in country is utilized for the production of this product, that is the Khoa. Gulab jamun, kala jamun, kalakand, and barfi are some of the few important indigenous dairy products which are prepared by using the Khoa. And to manufacture this Khoa, various traditional methods and some improved methods are used. Whereas improved methods, the scrap surface heat exchangers, thin film scrap surface heat exchangers, and the various alternative methods, roller drying, membrane technology, reverse osmosis, such methods or such technologies are also used to prepare the Khoa. Now let's see the definition of the Khoa. So this is the definition of Khoa, and it is according to the Food Safety and Standards Regulation 2011. In this definition, they have given the clear-cut definition of the Khoa. That is, the Khoa is the product which is prepared by the rapid drying, and this Khoa should not contain less than 30% of the fat on dry weight basis of finished product. So this is the very small definitions and very easy definition to memorize. Again, one more definition that we are going to see. That definition is according to PFA rules 1976. Khoa is the Khoa may be defined as it is the product obtained from cow milk, buffalo milk, or a combination thereof by the rapid dry, in which the fat content should not be less than 20%. So, according to PF Rules 1976, Khoa should not be less than 20%, whereas in this definition, that is the Food Safety and Standard Regulation 2011, the fat percentage should not be less than 30%. You may write the definition according to your memorization. So it depends on you the which definitions you would like to write in the final examinations. But just you have to keep it in mind. Here in this definition, the 30% of the fat is given, whereas in the PFA rules 1976, the fat percentage should not be less than the 20%. So this is the difference between the both the definitions of the Food Safety Standards Regulation 2011 and the PFA rules, that is the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1976, that is the 20%. So both the definitions have just a slight difference in their fat content. Then the next point, which is very important one, that is the composition of Khoa. So you have to memorize the composition of the Khoa, and here in this slide the types of milk, that is the cow, whether that is the cow milk or the buffalo milk is given, and then the moisture, fat, protein, lactose, ash, iron is given for the both type of the. So let's see in detail the difference between the cow milk and buffalo milk Khoa. The cow milk is generally having the more percentage of the moisture content, whereas the buffalo milk is having the less amount of the moisture content as compared to the cow milk. And this difference is due to the fat content. In the buffalo milk, the more is the fat present. Therefore, in cow milk, the moisture content is very high as compared to the buffalo milk. In cow milk, the moisture content is 25.6%, fat is the 25.7%, protein content 19.2%, whereas the lactose is 25.5%, ash content is 3.8%, and iron content 103 ppm, that is the parts per million, whereas in the buffalo milk the iron content is 101 ppm, that is the parts per million. So this is the composition, and composition itself indicates the nutritive value of the Khoa. So by weighing all these content, that is the moisture, fat, protein, lactose, ash, and iron content, you can imagine the food and nutritive value of Khoa. So let's see the next slide. Types of Khoa. As I told you earlier in the introductory part, that is the Khoa is having the three different types, that is the Pindi, Dhar, and the Danida. And this classification is based on the texture, composition, and body characteristics of the end product. And on the basis of the body and texture of the Khoa, this Khoa is classified in three different types, that is the Pindi, Dhar, and the Danida. Now let's see the Pindi type of the Khoa. So this is the photograph of the Pindi type of the Khoa. This variety is identified as the circular ball of hemispherical fat with the compact mass, homogeneous and smooth textures. When we fill the Khoa in our hands, so then we can feel the smooth texture of the Khoa, that is which one is the homogeneous one. When we fill the Khoa, in that case we can easily say, we may easily classify the Khoa on the basis of the body and texture of the Khoa. So if the Khoa is having the hemispherical fat with the compact mass and the homogeneous and the smooth texture, in that case we can say that this is the Pindi type of the Khoa. And it shall not show any sign of the fat leakage or the presence of the free water in that. So this type of the Khoa is generally the without free water, and it is not showing any sign of the fat leakage. It possesses the pleasant cooked flavor and devoid of objectionable taste like burnt or acidic etc. So it is not having the any objectionable taste like the burnt and acid. It means this Khoa is not heated too much. And what is the use of this type of the Khoa? That is the pindi type of Khoa. For what purpose this pindi type of Khoa is used? The variety of this Khoa is used to manufacture, to prepare the burfi, peda and other sweetmeats. So this is the pindi type of the Khoa, and you can now recognize the pindi type of the Khoa. So to recognize to identify the pindi type of Khoa, just we have to keep it in our mind. This type of the Khoa generally not show the sign of the fat leakage, and not showing the presence of any free water, and the hemispherical pad with a compact mass, homogeneous and the smooth texture. So by this way we can say that this is the pindi type of Khoa, and the pindi type of Khoa is generally used to manufacture the burfi, peda, etc. So this is all about the pindi type of the Khoa. Now the next one is dhap Khoa. It is the raw, or you may say the kacha Khoa, characterized by the loose but smooth texture and soft grains and sticky body. It means that it is having the moisture percent. It is having the more moisture percent, and therefore it shows the smooth texture and the soft grains and the sticky body. This type of the Khoa, dhap type of the Khoa, it generally shows the highest percentage of the moisture over other varieties, that is the pindi and the Danida. When we compare the three different types of the Khoa, in that Khoa, the dhap is having the more moisture percent, and this high moisture is necessary to provide the adequate free water for soaking of the maida. It means if it is having the more moisture, so it becomes very easy to soak the maida in it. Maida means that is the refined wheat flour, and semolina, that is the suji, for homogeneous distribution of other ingredients in the preparation of smooth gulab jamun balls. So when I said the free water is necessary to soak the maida, in this way you can easily understand that this type of the Khoa, that is the dhap, is used for gulab jamun preparation. So not necessary to tell you again that this type of the Khoa is used for the gulab jamun preparation. This variety of Khoa is used in the manufacture of gulab jamun, kala jamun, pantua, carrot halwa, etc. So this type of Khoa, that is the dhap type of Khoa, is generally is having the more moisture content. So this is the main characteristics of this type of the Khoa, and is also called as the kacha Khoa or the raw Khoa, which is having the smooth texture, soft grains and the sticky body. Then the third one, that is the Danida type of the Khoa, and a name itself indicates the what type of the Khoa is this. That is the Danida, means small grains. It means the texture is having the granular texture with the hard grains of the different sizes and shape embedded in viscous syrup. So it is a slightly sour milk. It is prepared by using the slightly sour milk, and it is preferred in the manufacture of in this variety as it yields the granular texture. This variety of Khoa is used in the manufacture of kalakand, milk cake, etc. As this is having, as name itself indicates, Danida, it means it is having the granular texture, and it is used for the preparation of kalakand and milk cake. So these are the three different types of the Khoas, that is the dhap, pindi and Danida, which is all as having the different characteristics.